Just when you wanted to count the Chicago Cubs out, just when you thought that they were probably going to end up getting swept this series, just when it looked like they were down and out, Chicago Cubs came out today to play baseball. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. I am your host, Mike Jones. If this is your first time tuning in, hey, do me a favor. If you love the Chicago Cubs, if you love it when the Chicago Cubs win, or if you're just a good old Chicago Cub fan, I need you to go ahead and hit that like button on this video. Once again, also, if you are a Chicago Cub fan looking for a channel that will give you the daily updates on what's going on with the Chicago Cubs as far as trades, as far as rumors, as far as what's happening around the team, as well as doing live call episodes, this is the place for you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And then last but not least, if you know other people that enjoy the Chicago Cubs as much as you do, why not hit that share button and go ahead and share this channel with them, because this is your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs, and it is the home of the official voice of the Chicago Cub fan. That's right here on this channel. So I appreciate each and every last one of you that are tuning into this video. The Chicago Cubs in Friday's game were dominated by the New York Yankees. One thing above all that obviously everybody noticed wasn't the left-handed pitching. It wasn't the fact that Rondon looked like a Cy Young candidate right then and there. But it was the simple fact that Cody Bellinger looked amazing versus the Chicago Cubs. I mean, he came out swinging. 3 home runs, would have had 4, but got robbed of one by Kyle Tucker. You couldn't ask for more from Cody Bellinger. I mean, he literally held that team together, homering multiple times in that game. Chicago Cubs did go on to lose that Friday game 11-0. So after a demoralizing game like that, a lot of teams, it's close to the All-Star break. A lot of teams, would potentially or probably just go ahead and phone it in, you would think, right? They would say, Chicago Cubs, like I said, we still got a good enough record. Even if we're in second, we'd have a wild card spot, and we'd be in real good shape there, right? The Chicago Cubs, on the other hand, came out today against one of the best pitchers in baseball, Max Fried. And the Chicago Cubs had a game plan that they executed to a T. They made Max Fried work. Point blank, period. Max Fried literally had to try his hardest to get outs. I mean, excellent pitching that the Chicago Cubs had to take on. And they did everything in their power to take walks, to not swing at stuff outside of the zone, and to all in all look like what a championship team is supposed to look like. And then on the other side, you had Matthew Boyd come through this game and I mean just absolutely carve up a deadly offense that the Yankees put out on the field. I mean, just outstanding results from Matthew Boyd. Matthew Boyd on today's in today's game pitched 8 innings. In today's game, he pitched 8 innings in today's game. That's right. 4 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 6 strikeouts on 85 pitches, 62 of those being strikes. His ERA at this point is 2.34. I'm telling you guys right now, Matthew Boyd has officially entered the National League Cy Young conversation. He has gotten his 10th win of the season. Matthew Boyd on the season has 19 starts, 13 quality starts, 10 wins, tied for second best in the MLB. 2.34 ERA, sixth in the MLB, a 3.17 FIP. Just amazing results from a guy you kind of got on the cheaper end of the spectrum. If you really want to talk about it, we did not pay for Matthew Boyd probably for what we should have. 10 wins already before the All-Star break? Healthy? Great action? That's a credit to Matthew Boyd doing the hard work. That's a credit to Carson Kelly catching for him. That's a credit to the pitching staff and as well as Tommy Hotovy. All of this collective coming together to come up with a plan to not only keep somebody that is coming off Tommy John surgery healthy, but to also put him in position to dominate. And he has dominated. 13 quality starts out of 19 tries so far this season. I mean, you can't ask for more than that. You cannot ask for more than that. In a season where you lose your ace in Justin Steele, in a season where you lose Shota Imanaga for a long amount of time. Now, Jameson Taillon is gone. Probably until August. Late August, middle to late August. So you look at this and you say to yourself, man, the Cubs really struck gold with Matthew Boyd. There is no other way to talk about it, to look at it, than the Cubs struck gold with Matthew Boyd. He is somebody that you are lucky to have this season and have next season. And he's an older pitcher. That's the crazy part about it. He's an older pitcher, but he's finding so much success. His stuff works. I don't know about you guys, but I'm thankful for Matthew Boyd. The Chicago Cubs answered back in a resounding manner. They are 29-10 in games following a loss. You couldn't ask for more from this squad and what they are able to do and what they're bringing to the table. And what was a big key change that happened also, Craig Counsell, in Friday's game, did not allow Ian Happ to play. Gave him a day off. He said he needed to rest his mind. He said he needed to rest himself. He said that he was going through a lot, and he just hadn't been hitting well. He was quite honest with us. He just hadn't been hitting well. And we wanted Ian Happ to take some time and to rest, take a day off, just rest himself, not have to play. And Ian Happ did so. On Saturday, Ian Happ was back in the batting rotation, but he was hitting 7th in the batting rotation. Nico Hoerner was 1st in the batting order. And it worked. It worked. First hit of the game came from Nico Hoerner, who then turned around and tripled, hitting one into the large gap at Yankee Stadium, and then allowing Kyle Tucker to hit a grounder and get out at first, but that gave the Cubs their first run and their first lead of the series. And Nico Hoerner continued to hit well in this game. I like what Craig Counsell's head was at. We also had PCA get his get back against Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge did end up hitting a home run later on in the game, but earlier in the game, Aaron Judge hit a ball that looked like it was going to be out or at least hit off that wall. Nah, PCA stole it from him, got him out. Aaron Judge cracked a smile. PCA looked back at him like, yeah, I do this too. And I love it. I love it. I love that PCA ain't scared of the big moment. I love that he expects to be good. You should love it too, because that means we have a budding superstar on our hand. His mentality is not of someone that is just trying to fly by his pants or somebody that's just trying to get by. Pete Crow Armstrong is the real deal, y'all. So is Kyle Tucker. So is Seiya Suzuki. So is this Cubs team. I love being wrong. said nobody ever. But in this instance, I love being wrong because I didn't give the Cubs a snowball's chance in hell of winning this game today. I really thought by the end of tonight we would be tied with the Milwaukee Brewers, who walked it off against the Nationals in the bottom of the ninth. But no, the Chicago Cubs still carry a 1-game lead. One last game, one last chance, but at the best, the Brewers can tie with the Cubs for the Central Division lead. They will not overtake the Cubs and take first place. So with that being said, now's the time, Jed. Make the moves. Do what you got to do. The Chicago Cubs will face the New York Yankees one more time in a more favorable matchup this time. Why? Because we have Shota Imanaga on the mound pitching for us. 5-3 record, 2.80 ERA, 0.98 WHIP, 61 innings pitched. We will go up against Will Warren, who is 6-4 with a 4.70 ERA, a 1.48 WHIP, and 90 innings pitched. This will be definitely a game that the Chicago Cubs should look to take advantage of if Shota Imanaga is right. And what happens is Shota Imanaga in his last outing struggled very hard, could not find the strike zone, was not getting that pitch up high, in the strike zone. But you want to watch that area with pitchers like with hitters like Cody Bellinger and hitters like Aaron Judge, because those guys love that area. And they will send it to the stands if you pitch in that area. So that splitter is going to be key to get swing and miss. So I'm looking for Shota to really have a good outing tomorrow. But we also have a rested bullpen. So the Chicago Cubs should also look to use that bullpen and hopefully pull out another victory. So that'll be Sunday's game. And then we head into the All-Star break. I'm looking at potentially doing a Wednesday show. A big Wednesday show. I think I want to plan a big Wednesday show. I'm going to take Monday and Tuesday off, and we'll do a big Wednesday show. And then Friday, we're back at it. Friday night, the Chicago Cubs have the Boston Red Sox visiting for the weekend, a potential trade partner as well. So we will look at Wednesday, the Chicago Cubs halfway through the season record at what the Chicago Cubs have done, and we will go from there. But listen, I appreciate each and every last one of you that are tuning into this episode. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And hey, guess what? You can also leave a voicemail to 217-816-5498, or you can write me at cubsbaseball1992@gmail.com. I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, go Cubs go. Peace.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.